Well, now the final of the men's 1500 metres. How are they going to follow that terrific performance from Agaus Kauner?
Hip 12 representing Switzerland, Romuald Brosset.
Here's the full lineup on the outside representing Switzerland. Romuald Brosset
with a lifetime best of 3:44. It's Sam
Niels.
At 10 for Germany.
Tim
Kallis. Drawn at 9, the 16-year-old for Italy,
German.
Manuel Zanini. At 8 for Great Britain and Northern Ireland is Dan
Switch
Galloway.
across, Zanini of Italy,
Withdrawal of
Galloway
for Belgium,
of
so we
Great
move to
Britain,
6,
Northern Ireland.
where he is the world under-20 finalist.
Missing Regis Thieber, doesn't start, he did qualify. Kamanchek of Austria.
5, he's got a lifetime best set this year of
41 man,
for Czech
perhaps somebody who's got his eyes on being a medal contender.
Andre Gados.
And
it's a welcome back to Jerusalem at 4 for the two-time European under-18
Niels Laros, well, just like Agaus Kauner, the prohibitive favourite, qualified with ease.
Niels Laros.
The European list this year.
At 3 is the national champion of Croatia,
More than 3 seconds faster than anybody else, and that's Nicholas Griggs, who's only running the 3,000 metres.
And on the inside, drawn at 1 with a lifetime best of 3:43, representing
Croatia, Ruben Egea. Lobles of the Netherlands completes the 11-man lineup. I have to say Laros, undoubtedly the big favourite. After that, well, it could be quite a dust-up for the rest of the medals. Let's see whether it's Laros taking it out from the front and, like Kauner, laying down the gauntlet to everybody else and seeing if anybody's brave enough to follow him, or if it turns into a tactical affair. But I have to say Laros, with his 3:32 speed, has got all the weapons in the armoury to really do something that will be very difficult for anybody else to emulate in this field. So it's Zanini just taking it out at the front. We saw him do this. It was a very clever tactic of Zanini to qualify in the heat. He wasn't perhaps on paper one of the men you might have thought would have got through, but with no fastest automatic qualifiers anymore coming through from events at 1,500 metres upwards, Zanini took it out, made the pace, a pretty decent pace, and then had enough in the tank, having shaken off a lot of the opposition to get through. Zanini, a 3:45 man. It's quite sedentary pace for a 1,500 metre final. Nobody wishing to show their hand just yet.
This is the only way that Niels Laros could lose this final. I mean, yes, he did do this in qualification. In fact, he was right at the back of the pack in that situation. But was it the top 8 or top 6 that went through positionally?
In 1,500 metres, top 6.
Yes, of course. So, ultimately, he only needs to be in the top 6, whereas he wants to be the top 1.
Yes, and you have to say, as we've said several times, is the overwhelming favourite for this event. That was the 72 first 400 metres, so yes, pretty sedentary pace. But it's still Zanini doing a job as pacemaker. Very tall German alongside him. Tim Kallis, another 3:45 man. Kallis, second in the German championships. The only German in this final. Now, Laros swinging round. So with 700 metres to go, suddenly there's a huge change of pace. 2:24 at 800 metres. It's Brosset who started to sprint for home. Again, 3:45 man, but Laros just following him. This almost looks like a training session for Laros, with Brosset in there, out there to make the pace and tow him around. And there's now a big, not a big gap necessarily, but an emerging gap back to Gados, and Gados managing to close it. Lobles, younger brother of the well-known Dutch international Django Lobles, in fourth at the moment. To say that, they hit the bell. So it's Brosset, Laros, and Gaidos. That's the 1-2-3 at the moment, and then a gap back to the rest of the field. Now Gaidos struggling to stay with the turn of pace from Laros. Laros now with 300 meters to go, just smoothly gliding around Brosset. Can Brosset hang on? Can he grit his teeth? Can he stay there and get a medal? But Laros now heading for home as he's coming into the home straight. Just over 100 meters, and Laros stretching the way, making it look so easy. He's looking as though he's an 800-meter runner, just blowing very slightly, whereas grimaces across the face of everyone else behind him. It's going to be gold for the Netherlands. Niels Laros takes gold. The time doesn't really matter. It's around 3:56. Brossard comes through. A superb silver medal for Switzerland. He did everything right to get himself in a medal position. And Gaidos comes through for the bronze. Oh, I have to say, I do apologise to Brosset and also to the Austrian Kevin Kamanchak. I thought that vest was a Swiss one, but it was an Austrian one. But it doesn't make any difference to where the gold medal's going. That's going to the Netherlands and will be shortly hung around the neck of Niels Laros. 3:56.76, the official winning time for Niels Laros. By no means the quickest that you've ever seen at the European Under-23 Championships, but it might well have been the quickest last lap you've ever seen.
Yeah, phenomenal change of pace. I was watching Kevin Kamanchak of Austria very closely there as there was that real gear shift. He moved to the front and he was determined to try and, he was trying to out-sprint Niels Laros. Dangerous game to play, but the young Austrian, full of energy, coming into the penultimate lap. Wanted to lead from the front and just to see where Niels Laros would be. Eventually he came past, he was up to the task as we knew he'd be. And you said it's difficult to follow Agata Kaune, but someone with the pedigree of Niels Laros, even if it was a very different style of race, still comes out with the gold medal and remains very much an athlete to watch. I'm saying in the field events it was difficult to pick out just a few stars to watch for. It's the same in the middle distance when you have the talents of Kaune of Latvia, Laros of the Netherlands, yet another champion back-to-back years in Jerusalem, and indeed Nick Griggs, who is the defending champion in the men's 3000. Yes, a shame that they wouldn't go head-to-head, but still some decent talent here going up against Niels Laros. Zanini leading the early stages. Big fight for space there, the shoulders were out once more. Laros needn't look behind at this point. It was only to reassure himself that he could begin the celebrations 30 metres from home.
Tell you what though, I can't remember a major championship 1500 metre final starting at 9:25 in the morning. That's a little record perhaps.
Yeah, certainly.
Well, Laros can go